everybody. Hello, everybody. Welcome to your everyday math lesson for 8.1. So Unit 8 is a new unit that we're going to be working on, and it is one where there's a lot of information, a lot of things that we're going to do that is a little bit of a review, but again, taking things to that next level. So a lot of the things that we're going to do, you're like, oh, I know how to do that. But now we're going to show you how to apply it in many different ways. 8.1 is one of those lessons. So we know how to find area. We've practiced finding area, I don't know, since 4th grade. We know that when we find area, we do length times width, right? So what we are going to do today is we're going to start with 8.1 and we're going to figure out if we could plan our own athletic center. So YMCA, think of a YMCA, think of a gym, think of some place for you to go and do any cool athletic things that you need to do, okay? A town is about to plan their own building and their own athletic center. So the planners are trying to figure out the areas of the playing surfaces of the kinds of sports. And we're going to help them with that. So we do have a little bit of a grid below, so we can use this when we're doing our multiplication. Remember, I showed you how to do that before. So we're going to do some down here. We're going to figure out how much space will we need if we want a beach volleyball court. How much space will we need for karate, judo, football without end zones? Soccer, swimming, ice hockey, and wrestling. So again, length times width is how you find volume, right? So let's look at the first thing, beach volleyball. So the dimensions of the playing surface in square feet and the area of the playing surface. Okay. 52.6 inches. I'm sorry, 52 feet, 6 inches. Well, I know 6 inches is half a foot, right? So I could say this is the same as 52.5 because 6 inches is half of a foot. I know that 3 inches, okay, so if I have 12 inches here, this would be 6 inches. This would be 3, and this would be 9. So 3 inches would be 1/4 of a foot, right? So what I could say here is 26.25. The reason why I say 0.25 is because that's a fourth of $1 is a quarter, right? Yeah. So that's what we're going to do for those numbers. We are going to multiply that in a moment. Let's find the next one. 26 feet by 26 feet. I don't need to convert that one. 52 feet, 6 inches by 52 feet, 6 inches. What decimal could I use for 52 feet, 6 inches? There's a hint on this paper. 52 feet, 6 inches, right above here. 6 inches is half a foot. So that would be 52.5 times 52.5. Uh-oh. 100 yards times 53 1/3 yards. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Before I can figure this out, I need to think about how many feet are in 1 yard. How many feet are in 1 yard? If you said 3, you are absolutely correct. There are 3 feet in 1 yard. So 3 feet for 1 yard, that means there's 300 feet for 100 yards. You're going to multiply by 3. 53 1/3 yards. All right. Multiply by 3. Let's see. 53. I'm going to add those together because that's easiest for me now. 3, 6, 9, 5, 10, 15. And 1/3 of a yard for each one. So 1/3 plus 1/3 plus 1/3 is 3/3. So 1 more yard. I know that 1 more yard is the same as 3 feet. Add those together, we have 162. There we go. All right, 120 yards times 80 yards. Again, multiply by 3. What is 120 times 3? Well, 3 times 1 is 3. 3 times 2 is 6. 0. 360. Okay, what's 80 times 3? 8 times 3 is 24. Add that 0, so 240. All right, 55 yards and 23 yards. So you're now going to do 55 times 3. What is 55 times 3? All right, 5 times 3 is 15. Carry my 1. 3 times 5 is 15 plus 1 is 16. All right, 23 times 3. What is 23 times 3? 3 times 3 is 9. 3 times 2 is 6. All right, 30 meters times 61 meters. Now, there's a very weird odd symbol right here. This symbol here means about. It means really close to. So 1 meter equals 12/11ths of a yard. So 12/11ths of a yard is a little bit more than 1 yard. Okay, so basically for this one, what you could do is you could do 30 times 12/11ths. And you can do the math that way. I'm going to give you the answer for this one. 30 meters is about 98 feet. 61 meters is about 200 feet. About. Okay. And wrestling, 39.3 inches. Well, we already kind of figured that out earlier. 3 inches is the same as a quarter of a foot. So 39.25 by 39.25. Great. Now we get to do the math. So I'm going to mark off my little paper here. I'm going to do some of the problems down here, but some of them you're going to do on your own. Okay? So let's start by doing the first one together. Okay, so we're going to do the first one together. So, excuse me. We're going to multiply these two numbers together, and I'm going to put the 26.25 at the top because that's fewer steps times 52.5. The reason why I did that is because I'm only multiplying by 3 numbers. If I flipped it, I would have to multiply by 4. Okay? 5 times 5 is 25. Carry my 2. 5 times 2 is 10, plus 2 is 11, 12. Carry my 1. 5 times 6 is 30, plus 1 is 31. Carry my 3. 5 times 2 is 10, plus 3 is 13. My X's and the O's, they haunt me. I'm going to mark these out. 2 times 5 is 10. Carry my 1. 2 times 2 is 4, plus 1 is 5. 2 times 6 is 12. Carry my 1. 2 times 2 is 4, plus 1 is 5. My X's and the O's, they haunt me. I put 2 O's because I have 2 X's. Here we go. 5 times 5 is 25. Carry my 2. 5 times 2 is 10, plus 2 is 12. Carry my 1. 5 times 6 is 30, plus 1 is 31. Carry my 3. 5 times 2 is 10, plus 3 is 13. And now I'm going to add. 5 plus 0 is 5. 2 plus 0 is 2. 1 plus 5 is 11. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 5, 6, 7, 3, 1. Now, because of our rules for decimals, I know that I have 1, 2, 3 place value pieces that I need to move my decimal 3 places. Another way I can do this is 52 times 26. What is that close to? Well, 50 times 20 is about 1,000. So right now, 1,378 is about 1,000. So 1,378.125. That would be your answer. All right. Whew. A lot of work. Let's try the next one. Here we go. We are going to do, and I'm going to put a piece of just Post-it note over my paper here so I have a little bit more room. We're going to do 26 times 26. What I want you to do, this should be very simple, very straightforward. Go ahead and multiply this together. What is 26 times 26? Here we go. 6 times 6 is 36. Carry my 3. 6 times 2 is 12 plus 3, 13, 14, 15. Right? My X's and O's. 6 times 2 is 12. Carry my 1. 2 times 2 is 4, plus 1 is 5. Add it together. 6 plus 0 is 6. 5 plus 2 is 7. 5 plus 1 is 6. So 676 should have been your answer. Did you get it? Awesome. All right, let's do another Post-it. I feel like the Post-its, you guys can kind of see my work a little bit easier. Let's do another one. 52.5 times 52.5. All right, do the math. Go ahead and do the math. What is 52.5 times 52.5? All right, 5 times 5 is 25. 5 times 2 is 10, 11, 12. 5 times 5 is 25, plus 1 is 26. X's and O's. 2 times 5 is 10. Carry my 1. 2 times 2 is 4, plus 1 is 5. 2 times 5 is 10. X's and O's. 5 times 5 is 25. Carry my 2. 5 times 2 is 10, plus 2 is 12. Carry my 1. 5 times 5 is 25, plus 1 is 26. Let's add it. 5 plus nothing. 2 plus nothing. 10. That's 16. Carry my 1. 2, 4, 5. 7, and 2. Now, I know that I need to move my decimal 2 places. So my answer would be 2,756 and 1/4, or 2,756.25. Now, I am going through the multiplication steps very quickly because this is something you should know how to do. This is something we have been working on all year. You should understand and know how to do multiplication with the larger numbers, guys. That is why I am going through rather quickly. Okay? I'm going to put more Post-its down. Let's do a couple more. Here we go. And actually, this one is going to be a little bit different because it's a multi-step question. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually help you out a little bit. I'm going to help you with the answers. I do want you to take a moment. I want you to pause the video. I'm going to pause it now. I want you to try to work out the rest of these problems on your own. After you have these answers, some of them are super easy, come back and hit continue. All right, your answers should be 48,000. Your next answer should be 86,400. 11,385. It should be about 19,600. And finally, the last one should be about 1,540 and Hang on just a second. 0.5625. Oh, yeah. Lord, that's a large number. All right. So that is what we have for those questions. Now it's time to go on to the next step. So in your everyday math workbook, we are now going to be on 276. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to take now the number of acres of land that's available for this aquatic center based on what the town has available. Now, we use acres to measure how much land there actually is. I don't think that a normal person has a mile by a mile land. We just don't usually own that much land. So sometimes they measure it by acres. I mean, sometimes there might be more than that, but that's okay. So in this case, we need to figure out how many square feet an acre is, okay? So 1 acre is 4,840 square feet. Now, or square yards, I'm sorry. So remember, in 1 square yard, there are 9 square feet because 1 yard by 1 yard is the same thing as 3 feet by 3 feet. Because there's 3 feet in a yard. So what we're going to do is we're going to take that 4,840 and we're going to multiply by 9. And I'm going to help you out there. I'm going to give you the answer. We have 43,560 square feet. That's 1 acre. But my town has 4 acres of land. It's a lot of land. Now, the way this question works is it's going to give you a lot of information. So it says the town has 4 acres of land. It tells you it's a rectangle. It's 160 yards by 121 yards. Great. They want to have a variety of athletics. Absolutely. What we have to do now is we need to build our aquatic center. We need to figure out what are we going to put in our aquatic center. All right, so we are going to draw and label our plan on the other side. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and turn to page 277, and it says it is 160 by 120. So it's a rectangle like this. 160 yards by 121 yards. Now, my other measurements are all in square feet. So the first thing I need to do is I need to make this into feet. So I'm going to multiply by 3. What is 160 times 3? Three times 0 is 0. 3 times 6 is 18. 3 times 1 is 3 plus 1 is 4. So 480 feet. And next, what is 121 times 3? Three times 1 is 3. 3 times 2 is 6. 3 times 1 is 3. So 363 feet by 480 feet. Okay, now let's see what we need to do. Now we need to look at our shapes. Okay, so this is my rectangle. I know if it's 363 feet wide, I think there's something that's about 360 feet, right? Oh, look, my soccer field was 360 feet by 240 feet. I think soccer would be a really cool thing to have on my athletic field, right? So that's what I'm going to start with. I'm going to say, okay, it's 360 by about 240. Okay. Well, 240 is half of 180. So this will be soccer. 360 feet by 240 feet. That's a big field. What other sports could we have? Let's see. And it's all up to me. Let's see. I think that I kind of like the idea of having football. And I know football is about 300 by 162. Okay, do I have 300 across? Yes. And what I have left is still 240. So I have enough for a football field. Absolutely. So we said a football field was 300 by 162. Okay. So maybe 300 is about here. About 162 is about here. Football. 300 by 162. Okay, let's see. What else could I have? Okay, above my football field. So if this is 162, what's my height here? 240 minus 162. That would be an 8. And that would be a 7. So about 78 feet tall still. Okay, so about 78 feet tall. What's something that I have that's about 78? Well, I could do swimming. It's 69 feet tall. That could work, right? Okay. Yeah. So my swimming, maybe I leave a little bit of room here. So my swimming pool would be here, right? 100 or 69 feet tall. And my swimming pool is about 165 feet wide. Okay, let's see. That's about half of 300. 165 feet. Pool. Done. Now, I still have plenty of space. There are options. I could do a lot of different things there. I could find something. I could maybe do a beach volleyball section. I could do a karate. I maybe could do a judo section. So now I can do a lot of different things with my athletic center. Remember, I want to have a variety of things. So I'm going to add, let's go ahead and add some beach volleyball. Yeah, 52 and a half by 20 by 26. Oh yeah, we can do it this way. So leave a little bit of room right here. Let's do beach volleyball. 52.5 by 26. Awesome. I also know that this is small too, my karate, 26 by 26. I could fit karate right here. Absolutely. 26 by 26. Karate. Awesome. What your job is now is to figure out how we can plan our aquatic center. So what I just did is talked a little bit about what I would do. Now, there still is extra space. Notice that right here, there should be still 3 feet of extra space, right? Maybe those would be touching right here. There would be some extra space as well. 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 76, 78. So this is about 9 feet right here. This section is 9 feet. Okay. Think about how much space is still left. Could we fit some more things in there? Absolutely. Is this something that you would use in real life? Sure. Sure. Planning our aquatic center, we want to see that we want to make sure that we use as much space as possible, but we should still have some space between for walking areas, which we do. We could use extra space for warm-ups, absolutely. Or maybe a snack stand, perfect. Now, I like our plan here. I like how our thing is set up here, and it's awesome. I'm not going to have you explain how we did our plan because we did it together. If you were creating this on your own, would it have to be exactly like mine? Absolutely not. Maybe you really like soccer and you want nothing but soccer. fine, but I still want a little bit of a variety, right? Maybe you don't want soccer at all, but you want to do all the other sports. Great. You probably could fit them. You're going to have the opportunity to be able to do some of these things, just like this activity, later on your own, where you can plan your own situation. You can think things through. You can plan your own outcome. Do your best on them. Try. That's all we care about. Again, the main idea of using a lesson like this and doing this lesson is to make sure that you understand when we find the area of an object, there is an application for it. When you find the area of a square or something that you see, the reason why we practice that with little small shapes first is because sometimes in your life, you might need to plan out something that you're building. Maybe you want to decorate your house. Maybe you want to buy new rugs. Maybe you want to do something when you're older or build something in your backyard, and you're going to need to know the area. You're going to need to know how to use the land and the room that you have, right? If my living room is this size and let's pretend like this is as wide as it is, right? Am I really going to get something that's wider than this for my area? No. Am I going to try to fit a pool right here? All I have is 3 feet left. Am I going to try to put a pool right here? No, I don't have enough space. That's how using area and finding area of different things can help you in your lessons or in your life. All right. I hope that you guys have a great day. Enjoy doing some of these math. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out, and I will see you soon.